All right, so today we're diving into something you've probably seen a million times, a YouTube product review. Specifically, we're looking at one for a supplement called Glycomute. Now, we're not here to say if this stuff is legit or not. Instead, we're going to pick apart how the review is put together, from its urgent warnings all the way to its big promises. Let's get into it.
Okay, so right out of the gate, the reviewer, a guy named Thomas, does something pretty interesting. He doesn't start with, hey, this product is amazing. Nope. He kicks things off with what he calls a really important alert. He actually frames this as the single most critical piece of info he's got, which, you have to admit, is a heck of a way to get your attention. And this is it. This is the big alert. It's a direct quote, and man, it just immediately puts you on guard, right? Think about the psychology of that for a second. Before you even really know what Glycomute is supposed to do, you're being warned about a serious danger. It creates this sense of risk, and it positions him as the guy who's going to help you navigate it safely.
So, here's the breakdown of that warning. The reviewer claims that because the product is so popular, there are all these dangerous counterfeit versions popping up. He says these fakes could actually hurt your health and, of course, just be a total waste of money. And then comes the solution. Guess what? He's conveniently dropped a link to the one and only official site right there in his description. So he creates a problem and then immediately gives you the only safe way out.
All right, so once he's got you worried about all these fake products out there, the review makes a hard pivot. It shifts gears to answer the question that, let's be honest, you're actually there for. What does this stuff even do? And is it for real?
He just comes right out and asks it. It's such a classic move, you know? Super simple, super direct, and it totally sets you up for an answer that's just as simple and powerful.
And bam, the answer is just yes. That's it. No hesitation, no, well, it kind of depends, just a solid yes. It's a tactic, and it's designed to make you feel confident, to just cut right through any doubt you might have. And to put some muscle behind that big yes, he immediately pulls out the social proof card. He says it's not just him, oh no, it's helped thousands of users. And that word, thousands, that's the key, isn't it? It's a little vague, but wow, it sounds impressive. It's meant to make you think, hey, this is a sure thing. So this is how the review officially describes Glycomute. And you got to pay attention to the words he's using here. Natural formula, powerful ingredients, safely support. I mean, all of that language is picked for a reason, right? It's meant to sound super effective, but also totally harmless. It helps your body do what it's supposed to. Okay, so he's told us it works. The next logical question for anyone watching is, yeah, but how? And this is where the pitch gets a little more scientific sounding. And to answer that how, he starts listing off all these powerful ingredients. You know, he's naming things like banaba, bitter melon, white mulberry. And by doing that, he's adding this layer of credibility. Suddenly, the natural formula doesn't sound so vague anymore. It sounds like something that's been researched.
Then he breaks it down into this super clear 4-step process. He's claiming it doesn't just paper over the symptoms, it goes after the root cause. Then it's about maintaining glucose, supporting insulin, and finally, balancing your metabolism. It's laid out so logically, it almost sounds like a doctor explaining it.
And here is a huge selling point. He really hammers this home. Because it's 100% natural, there are 0 side effects. This is a classic move, right? He's setting it up as this perfectly safe alternative to, other things that he points out can have nasty side effects.
But hold on, it's not all just promises and rainbows. The review slips in some really important fine print here, stuff about what the company guarantees versus what you need to bring to the table. And honestly, this part is absolutely crucial to understanding the whole pitch.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this. On one side, you've got this incredible no-risk guarantee. Try it for 90 days, and if you don't like it for any reason, you get your money back. Awesome, right? But then on the other side, there's this big but. The responsibility suddenly shifts to you. You have to be realistic, you have to take it seriously, because, well, everyone's different.
And this quote right here, this just nails that point down. He's basically saying your own body is the big X factor here. It's so clever because it gives a built-in explanation for why it might not work for someone. See, it's not the product that failed. It was just your unique organism. That excuse is baked right into the sales pitch from the start.
And to keep those expectations in check, he even gives you a timeline. He says you might see some initial results in a few weeks, but, and this is the important part, most people need 3 months to see better results.
Now wait a second. 3 months. That's 90 days. Does that number ring a bell? Yep. It's the exact length of the money-back guarantee. Coincidence? So as he starts to wrap things up, you'll notice he comes full circle. His final piece of advice isn't some new, amazing benefit. Nope. He just repeats the key points he wants you to walk away with.
So after everything, it really just boils down to these two things. First, that urgent warning from the beginning. Be super careful where you buy it and only use the official site. And second, it's a command, really. If you buy it, you have to take it seriously and do it exactly right. The entire pitch is really just built on those two pillars. Create a problem, then demand your commitment to the solution.
And that's pretty much it. That's the breakdown. The review lays out this perfectly constructed case, right? It starts with a warning to create urgency, and it ends with a very clear call to action. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Is this whole thing a genuinely helpful warning to protect people, or is it a really, really smart sales tactic? The review has made its case. Now you can decide.